Hola.
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
Bien, gracias.
¿Qué tal, Diego?
¿Cómo estás?
Bien,
Qué bueno verte.
igual. Vienen de ensayar, ¿no?
Muchos ensayos.
Sí, más
Tenemos
bien, ¿cuándo no?
de todo. Sí, venimos de ensayo, creo que los dos. Creo que yo vengo de baile y you're coming from vocal class, right?
Spanish class, clase de español.
Oh, ¿y cómo va el de español?
Español.
Español, muy difícil.
Muy, pero me gusta, me encanta.
¿Sí?
Sí.
Do you think that something changed in your mindset or maybe in how you feel because it's a little bit more romantic?
Sí, yo creo que yo tengo muy...
Do you think so?
Yeah, Spanish is very romantic.
Sí, yo creo que yo tengo muy appreciation. ¿Cómo se dice?
Apreciación.
Appreciation
sí.
for Spanish and the speaking and the culture in general. And I don't know, there's something about it that feels like more spicy, like.
Now, on the last live session, Sesiones Bravas, no se lo pueden perder por nada. De hecho, las pueden revisitar en el canal de Hype Labels Channel, así que vayan a verla. The moment that you started singing Stitches.
Oh my gosh.
From Shawn Mendes, I was so surprised because I knew you were talented, of course.
You.
But I also knew that you were much more a dancer before everything. So, I mean, it was much more than we ever expected, right? You guys both were amazing, like.
Thank you.
And such a difficult song.
Tuvimos creo que como 2 o 3 ensayos para sacarlo todo.
¿En serio?
Sí.
Sí.
Y estábamos
O sea, en un día o menos de un día.
Sí, o sea, tuvimos como unas 3, 4 horas en total para ensayarlo nosotros, componerlo, arreglarlo y todo. Y de hecho nos juntábamos, Drew y yo, en la noche del día anterior del show a planificar nuestro movimiento, nuestra dirección de cámara, esa dirección de cámara que viste al principio. Que
¿Eso fue planeada por ustedes?
Para nosotros dos, lo creamos, con la ayuda de toda producción.
It was great.
Sí, creo que como que pensábamos que queríamos un poco más de, pues que se viera un show, como un music video, que ya está todo planeado y como meternos en esa historia para tanto los espectadores presenciales como los de en vivo o online. Así que con la ayuda de todo nuestro equipo de producción aquí nos permitieron hacer eso y fue algo increíble.
A mí me encantó.
Yeah, we had a lot of... Estaba muy nervioso, la verdad. Yo estaba muy nervioso.
No, most definitely.
Porque era como que la primera vez que solo cantaba para el público y una canción muy difícil con casi nada de tiempo de preparación, pero creo que con mis compañeros me ayudaron muchísimo.
¿Sientes que tu cuerpo se quedó con la energía que estás acostumbrado a entregar en un baile? ¿O que la liberó en los nervios y el canto?
Creo que la liberé un poquito. Sí, estaba muy nervioso. Al principio estaba y me sentía así de que, ay, se notan mucho de que cómo muevo los brazos y así. Creo que me siento más cómodo, es muy chistoso porque me siento más cómodo cantando y bailando juntos que solo cantando. Y creo que tiene sentido porque el baile estoy como que en mi zona de confort.
Y estás expresando en general con el cuerpo. Sientes que estás cantando y solo te van a escuchar eso. Es todo lo que van a juzgar de ti.
Sí, exacto. Así que fue algo difícil, pero creo que pude hacer buen trabajo solo dejándome ir. Y la verdad, como te decía, mis compañeros me ayudaron muchísimo con su confianza. Obviamente tenemos que seguir mejorando. Me falta muchísimo para poder llegar a donde me gustaría llegar, pero creo que se pudo ver mi progreso yo no cantaba antes de llegar aquí, así que el poder hacer esto enfrente de miles de personas, estoy muy orgulloso de mí mismo y también de mis compañeros.
Sí, and with Drew, it was the same story.
Yeah.
Like your voice sounded so...
No, it was
so
honestly...
Shawn Mendes.
It was so Shawn Mendes. I love that. No, thank you so much. No, we really, really worked hard. I think obviously like it was hard not to be nervous. For me and Diego, Giannis, of course, has so much experience with singing live and singing for a living. Whereas for us, it's something that we both loved, but never thought it'd be something that we would actually take forth and like want to do it like in this type of setting, you know what I mean? But it's the whole point of wanting to be in a boy band, you know, we have to be able to do everything. And I think like what Diego said, like us formatting everything, I think also that's very dancer of us.
It is very dancer.
It's very dancer of us to want to like kind of create like movement direction and everything, but also I think that's what allowed us to feel and allowed us to not be nervous because we had steps and something to follow. It put us in this character, in this mood that didn't allow us to have to think, like we have to improvise on the spot.
Of course.
Which makes you more nervous rather than having like a whole script of everything you have to do. Like, hey, I go here on A, at B I move to here, C I move to here, and then that just allowed us to kind of like
It just gives
relax.
you more tools to play with instead of
Exactly.
just thinking about your voice, and now everybody's just listening
Most definitely.
to something that I'm just new on it.
Exactly. I think it made everything come to life. I think
Yeah.
I feel from like point A to point freaking Z, man. Like, no, it was amazing too, and I'm so proud of Diego for being able to like sing his butt off, and like the amount of work that he's also put in. Like obviously, like I've sang for like most of my life, but never professionally in this type of setting. Whereas for like Diego just started learning how to sing 3 months ago. So like for his growth and for him to be able to pull off and like showcase what he did this past Tuesday was like I think everything, and a staple piece to let people know like he works hard and he deserves to be here. You know what I mean? Like I'm so proud of you.
I'm gonna cry now.
No, you really
Don't make
killed
me
it.
cry.
No, don't, because if you start, I'm gonna start crying. And she's gonna start crying.
Of course, I'm a Pisces. I cry all the time. But the thing is that that's the stuff that we don't see, that you know each other, you know, like sharing, for example, this moment of you having a mini rehearsal and this brainstorming ideas about which camera you're gonna look at it and everything.
Yes.
How are you training for the evaluation? Because like
Oh man. So with that process, like we obviously start off that Monday, probably going over what song we're gonna do for that the following Saturday. But also, if we have a live that we're also in on that Tuesday, we're also prepping that day as well to go over that. So it's like we wake up, we come here, we eat breakfast, we have either vocal or dance first for the evaluation on Saturday. But then we also have class or rehearsal for the live.
Okay.
And then so it's like all those things that we have to keep in our head. Okay, what's my voice? I have to also have harmony class that I have to go over my voice if you're a baritone tenor. Like it's also very tricky to think about all those different things and be prepared. But I think like me and Diego are like abuelitos. We like literally go straight to our rooms, like shower, and then literally prep our minds for like the next day, and like kind of like prep our mind, like kind of think ahead of the week. Like we think about that Saturday, or like if it was tomorrow.
Yeah, it's so funny because I think it's either on episode 2 or 3 when you see all the boys going into the house for one of the first times that they film us in the house, and there's like all of them trying to like go and like interact with each other and like going to get dinner, and then you just see me walking straight
Just walk
upstairs.
straight into the room.
And then
To the shower.
who's following me? Drew. So it's all the boys here, then it's just us two going up.
Sí, por supuesto. Es que también no todos cantan en la semana. Entonces al final, si te toca, bueno, evaluación te toca por default, pero si te toca aparte un live, tienes que dividir tu tiempo. No disminuye la tarea.
Exacto, y tenemos muchísimas cosas más que hacer, más que nuestros fittings, que tenemos nuestras sesiones con la psicóloga y que terapia, que todo, o sea, hay muchas cosas que hay que hacer. Así
Qué
que
fuerte.
creo que estos meses han sido los más pesados, pero también eso creo que enseña todo el esfuerzo que le hemos puesto y cómo siempre podemos ir empujando y empujando y empujando más.
Sí, sin duda. De hecho, es increíble cómo tu cuerpo te puede sorprender de hacer cosas que probablemente nunca pensaste que fuera capaz de hacerlo y que incluso te gustara o te sintieras cómodo. Y that's why I want to ask you, Drew, like now that you've been singing more and also with a new idiom, having like this culture all around you, so different that you had before 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Has it changed you already? Like in a good way, of course.
I think so, most definitely. I think obviously coming here, I think I knew, knowing that I have background within dance, I didn't know what kind of environment I was going to step into, or how it was gonna change me. But I feel like being here has just forced me to have to be confident with anything I do, because there's so many amazing vocalists around here, and like I think it's different a different confidence when you're a dancer, but I think also when you're just when you're mainly a singer, that confidence is like, I think, extra heavy naturally, because we know we can dance with our bodies, but it's like, okay, if I'm a singer, I know that I'm also going to be a good talker because I know how to use my voice. So like talking for me was something I was a little bit shy about, or like when it came to like interviews right now. Like I'm feeling more confident now because of the amount of pressure and experiences that I've had here that just had forced me to like know how to use my voice. The amount of nervousness that I felt before walking on stage, I think disappeared once I started singing. For some reason, like there was something so I think confident and more like so comfortable that I felt a comfortness that I felt when I was singing with Diego and Giannis. The whole culture change, the whole adapting, I think has been very, very good for me and has allowed me to be a lot more open and gave me a lot of pressure, I think I needed. Yeah.
That's nice, because sometimes we think that we had already too much. And then suddenly you change the place where you live, the people you see every day, the food you eat. Everything is changing, much more with you guys. I mean, you were living for a while already on USA, so it's like changing a lot of stuff, and then also you have to feel confident about it, and also you have to prove me that you can do it, and also you have to learn an idiom, and also it's a lot to deal and to digest.
Yeah, and it can be overwhelming too. Like I would say, like I think last week, like I think none of the boys were like in the room, and like I'd called like my mom, and like I had like cried to her because I was so overwhelmed, or just like I like missed them. Not that, of course, I love being surrounded by people always talking in Spanish. You know, like my brother's always speaking in Spanish, but sometimes like maybe I could be like overwhelmed, not in a negative way, but in a way where like, man, like sometimes I feel like, man, like I don't understand some conversations. Like I don't know if I want to like butt into something because maybe like I don't want to be an inconvenience and have them have to translate to me everything that they're saying. So like all those things can be overwhelming. I think also like stepping out of my comfort zone, being in like West Covina where I live with my parents, like is something that I think I still have a hard time with a little bit. And like I had like a little breakdown. Like I miss home, I miss my family, I miss my people. Like it's been tough, and I feel like a lot of times I'm sure you can relate in different aspects of like being away from home and like being in a totally different space, and you know, like doing this every single day. It can be overwhelming to the point we're also human, you know, and I think it's nice to show this side of no one sees this side of our vulnerability.
Yeah, it's also funny because talking about that, also Drew, you're not an inconvenience. You know, I can always translate for you.
I know.
But yeah, like literally the other day we got home after stitches, no? And we were just laying down, because actually our beds are like right next to each other. And he was like, I'm gonna cry. And I was like, if you cry, I'm gonna cry, because we were just so tired.
So exhausted.
And it's like, again, we're so grateful to be here and so excited to share this and learn so much, but it is hard.
Also because this is just like a training for what's coming next. But the truth is that if you just keep on doing this, guys, it's gonna be your real life. Maybe with the haters and everything for sure, but also like not seeing your family, like feeling alone, even though with a lot of people around you and everything. So it's not just a training for giving you the best vocals or the best dance moves. It's like a training for real life.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have seen, like, I think at least us two, we have found our ways to reconnect with ourselves and with our loved ones when we get the chance. Like, I'm very known for my Sundays I'm alone. Like within the group, like I go and eat at the same place every day. I go and get my matcha and then just walk, and then that's when I have time to call my family, my friends from LA, my friends from home, and all of those people. But it's such like refreshing. Then after that, I go to the movies by myself.
Oh, that's
so like
great.
Stuff like that, I think we have all found our ways to reconnect and just allow ourselves to continue going on. And I think that's also super important in this like lifestyle.
For sure. So. We all need like to charge our own energy, battery, social, singing, dancing battery.
Exacto.
Chicos, me encanta platicar con ustedes y por supuesto que ustedes estén viendo este podcast, así que no se pierdan todo el contenido que tenemos creado, sobre todo lo que hacen día a día, porque cada vez se pone más intenso, nos acercamos más al día final. Así que muchísimas gracias por acompañarnos y seguirnos en @Santos-Bravos y en Facebook como Santos Bravos Oficial. Yo soy Pame Boguel, Drew, Diego, y nos vemos en el próximo podcast.